She was one of the most gifted person of this universe. She was created by the creator himself. In Indian mythology, we see that Brahma is the creator of this universe. So she was a creation of Brahma himself. She was called as Ahilya. She was beautiful, elegant, gorgeous, and she was gifted it to the most virtuous, knowledgeable, and controlled monk, or maybe a rishi of this universe, Gautam. So she was gifted to Gautam Rishi, and Gautam Rishi had married to Ahilya. Ahilya was not only beautiful, but she had in depth curiosity and understanding of various aspects of universe. In the company of Gautam Rishi, she started learning about the universe, the nuances of universe, understanding various parts of this life and how to lead the life. She was beautiful and curious about many of the aspects of this world. Gautam Rishi knew about it. He did encourage her to take a lot of knowledge about the universe, about the understanding of the life, and how to lead life. She also used to participate in a lot of debates where Gautam Rishi would give a lot of discourses to his students and disciples. She would also participate in debates where Gautam Rishi would enhance his knowledge in a debatable and through a controversial thoughts of him. To seek his advice, there would be many people who would come to him. Indra was one of them. Indra is considered as the lord of pleasures, lord of senses, and lord of demigods. So he used to come and take advice from Gautam Rishi. During these discussions, Ahilya would also participate invariably in these discussions. While she was participating, she also gave that kind of understanding and in-depth thoughts which she was possessing, and she had learnt it from Gautam Rishi. Indra was getting slowly attracted towards Ahilya, and he started looking at the beauty and brain together which was there in Ahilya. She was beautiful, she was intelligent, and she was knowledgeable. However, unaware about whole of this potential that she had, Mitra, that is son, adopted her, and thus she was also called as Maitreyi, that is daughter of sun. One can understand the depth of knowledge that she was possessing, where son had to adopt her as daughter. In other terms, it means that whatever is under sun, she started understanding whole of this aspect, and that is why she was called Maitreyi, that is Mitra or sun's daughter. In this journey of knowledge gaining, she started projecting her knowledge through debates and discussions. Indra, moon, that is Chandra, and the creator Brahma himself started getting amazed with the grip of the knowledge that she was having, possessing. However, she was unaware about whole of this. She was simple, she was down to earth, and she was always there to serve her husband, that is Gautam Rishi. The lord of senses, Indra, once sitting in his capital, Amravati, thought and was thinking, is this beauty and brain made for a sage who is staying in a cottage in some forest? And is she made for that person, or she is made for the king of the lords or king of the demigods. She is definitely needs to be here in Amravati and with me. With this kind of a thought, Indra started getting infatuated towards Ahilya's brain and beauty. This kept him awake for days and nights. This thought was making him uncomfortable and was making him not to do anything but be in that thought always. Indra mentioned this kind of a thought to his friend Chandra. Chandra did agree and said that yes, I do agree that she is not made for a penniless sage or a rishi who is staying in the forest, but she is made definitely for the king of the lords or demigods. She is definitely made for you. This also imprinted in the mind of Indra, and it got confirmed that whatever he was thinking was right. One day, Indra goes to Ahilya and says that he is getting attracted towards her and he would like to possess her and take her away from this forest to Amravati. However, Ahilya did not agree to this thing. She was determined, she was strong, and she said, "This is not as expected from my dutiful thoughts, and whatever I am doing a service to my husband, it is against my path or dharma." However, Indra did not agree to this thing and he was upset. He did go away. However, this thought was lingering in the mind of Indra. Ahilya, though she was determined at the time of saying no to Indra, that sentence or that urge of Indra started gripping in her mind, and she started always thinking about these statements which were made by Indra. She would give away certain kind of daily chores, and she would always sit and think that whatever was happening in her life, was that right or wrong, and thus she started being in the thoughts day and night. Gautam Rishi did notice this thing. He did mention to Ahilya about her ignorance towards the duties that she was following. He did mention that you are not following whatever is expected from you. As a Rishi Patni or wife of Rishi, you should be taking care of students. You should be teaching to students. You will be understanding what are the students need, and you should also do the chores which are required to be done in the ashram. And it was not happening dutifully. That is what Gautam Rishi brought in notice of Ahilya. He did mention that I have lately seen that you are not giving attention towards guests. Whatever they are asking, you should be able to give it to them. Dutiful Ahilya thought about this thing. She agreed that she was away from, somehow she was not obeying the duties which were expected. Ahilya did take this a little seriously. However, one day Indra and Chandra made a plan, saying that now this urge of possessing Ahilya was increasing in the mind of Indra, and which was making him uncomfortable. Indra and Chandra made a plan. When Gautam Rishi would go early morning for his ritualistic dip in the river, Indra will go as a yachak. Yachak means someone who is going to ask something. And when a yachak comes to you, you have to offer whatever is required or expected by that yachak. Indra would go to Ahilya as a yachak and ask for physical or sexual favors from Ahilya. With this thought, Chandra and Indra made this kind of a plan. The plan was going smooth. One day, early morning, when Gautam Rishi left his ashram to take a holy dip in the river, Indra came into the ashram and he asked Ahilya, as a yachak, that he is expecting sexual favors from Ahilya. And naive Ahilya thought that this is what is asked by Yachak and she should offer it. And while this was taking place, Gautam Rishi returned back into the ashram and he saw both of them in an uncomfortable situation or position. Gautam Rishi was annoyed about this thing and he thought that this is a sinful act which was taking place. He cursed Indra and he also cursed Ahilya, saying that this is absolutely a sinful act which was undertaken. And he left the ashram. With this kind of a shock which was coming suddenly in Ahilya's life. In Ahilya's life, these were the situations which were happening sequentially, and Ahilya was not understanding what's happening in her life. Gautam Rishi had left the ashram, Indra had taken whatever he wants, and here Ahilya was left all alone. And she was remembering the words of Gautam Rishi that this was a sinful act that she was conducting or she was involved in. This made her think deep. She started sulking inside. She gave away everything, every pleasure of the senses, of the life, and she became like a stone. Her thoughts, her ears, her senses became like a stone because she was stunned and she was unable to understand what happened in her life. The news got spread across the city or villages and people started talking about this sinful act which was carried by Indra and Ahilya. People would start talking about it, and Ahilya, with this kind of a thought, she started sulking and she became a stone like, emotionless, and a person without any physical existence itself. She became like a stone or an earth itself. The psychological trauma in the mind of Ahilya made her to be like a stone. When sage Vishwamitra was going along on a ritualistic tour with two brothers, Shri Ram and Shri Lakshman, they came near the ashram of Gautam Rishi. Guru Vishwamitra knew the qualities of Shri Ram. He was a very good counselor. He would counsel people with utmost care. He would make everyone realize their unleashed potential. And he mentioned to Shri Ram that proceed ahead and you will find a woman with a psychological trauma has become emotionless and is not able to do anything, and she has become like a stone. She needs counseling, and it is you who will be able to counsel at the best. Sri Ram proceeded. He did take care about speaking to Ahilya. In the discourse, counseling, and the entire discussion of Sri Ram with Ahilya, he unleashed the psychological trauma, and then it got carried away. How Ahilya got carried away with this psychological trauma, and she has become like a stone. She doesn't have any emotion. Shri Ram counseled her with that kind of a depth and understanding where she could talk her mind and she could speak it out to Sri Ram. Sri Ram made Ahilya realize that she is one of the most intelligent women on this earth. And she is one of the person who was having brain and beauty together. And it is only the thing is that she never realized about it, and she needs to realize it. Shri Ram made her realize these potentials within this counseling session or maybe discussion with Ahilya. Ahilya started weeping. She started talking her mind and opened all her emotions to Shri Ram. In this discussion, she slowly started gathering that kind of a courage to become again a human and a life in itself. Shri Ram made her realize that she has a lot of potential and she can unleash that potential within this universe. She soon realized that she has understanding and she has potential to become a unique person itself. She had taken, or she was created by the creator itself. She was adopted by none other than Sun. That means she has so much of strength, knowledge, and understanding about the things that it was getting in vain with this kind of psychological envelopes what she was carrying. And Sri Ram took out those psychological envelopes and made her realize that emotional intelligence within her. Sri Ram is considered as Karunakar. That means one who has compassion, who would look and who would talk to people with that kind of a compassion. To become a good counselor, to become a good coach, this compassion or empathy is utmost important. Rama's story of Ram or Ramayana is full of such stories. Ram undoubtedly is one of the person who made people realize their potential. He made realize Ahilya her potential. So much so that she is considered as one of the greatest women of Indian mythology. Her name is taken with utmost respect, and that is not because she was wife of Gautam Rishi. That is not because of anything else. But then the thing is that she could get out of her psychological trauma and societal boundaries, and she could understand that kind of a importance, potential, and unleash those potential and become an independent woman itself. And thus Ahilya became our one of the women in mythology which is with which is remembered with respect. Shri Ram made her realize this thing. Shri Ram made monkeys to realize their potential. Shri Ram made many Shabri to understand her divine potential and bhakti potential. Shri Ram has made Vibhishan realize his potential. Shri Ram made Lakshman to realize his potential. Shri Ram undoubtedly was a great coach and a counselor. In this series, we will learn more stories of Shri Ram starting from today, from Gudi Padwa until Ram Navami. Until then, Shri Ram.
अहल्या द्रौपदी सीता अहल्या द्रौपदी सीता तारा मंदोदरी तथा पंच